everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today is Wednesday, June the 26th, and I am here to get you caught up on my progress on my 4 seasons mosaic. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I started this little project back in January. Now, since I don't work on it consistently, which means day after day after day after day, it has taken me quite a bit to, get it to the point that it is. But folks, as I've always told you, it's been an awesome journey and I am almost at the end of it. But before I show you my progress, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that have stopped in every time I've shared with you my journey with the mosaic design. It really has been an awesome, truly awesome experience for me, and in fact, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm designing a blanket of my own. It's just in the drawing stages at the moment, but I am very excited to share it with a friend of mine, and maybe through collaboration with her, since she's much more into mosaics than I am, maybe that we can do a collaboration together and pull it together, because it is something that I believe will become a family heirloom for me, and I would be more than happy to share it with you once we get it to that point of sharing. But enough about that. Excuse me, ended up with a tickle in my throat. So as I said, thank you all so much that have been on this journey with me. If this is your first time here, welcome into you as well. I do hope you're here to see a little bit about this beautiful, beautiful blanket that's put out by Ali McGuire. I don't know why I always want to say Ali McGraw. She's an actress. But anyway, I'll show you the picture here in just a minute. But as I said, welcome into you too if you're a newbie here. All I ask is that you stay, watch the presentation, and then please give me a like. And if you're so inclined, go check out all the other content on my channel, and hopefully you'll subscribe. But enough of all that kind of chitter chatter. Let's look at this gorgeous blanket. Now, I'm going to show you the pattern once again. Those of you that have been here, you know what it looks like, but if you're a newbie, you have no idea. So this is the beautiful 4 seasons blanket put out by, as I said, Ali McIntyre. Now, I have been working on this, and as you will see in the pictures that I'm going to upload, because folks, this blanket has gotten way too big for me to pick up and show it to you. So I've been taking pictures of it in sections. It's wanting to focus in on that picture. Let me hold it still. Anyway, those of you that have been following me, you know that I took a little bit of liberty, which I normally do on my patterns, and I kind of changed up some color schemes. So you're going to see in here where I flipped the colors blue and white. I have a blue background with white trees because I want snow on my trees. I didn't want my trees looking like a frozen popsicle. I'll just put that out there. And then for my autumn section here, which is the next section we move up on, I kept with the autumn theme. I just used gold for my background, and then I used a beautiful autumn spice variegated color for the autumn. Now, I did in the last video I made for you, which has been a couple of weeks ago, I showed you where I had just completed the summer section here. And I kept it exactly like hers because I think that she did some beautiful, beautiful color combinations there, and I really liked it. Not that I didn't like the others, it's just like I said, you know me, I like to switch things up just a little bit and make it more my own. And then we're finishing up here with the spring section. You will see I did kind of keep with the same green color here for the leaves and stems of these flowers. But my background is a very light blue, and I did a little of my own invention with the flowers there, and that's where I am at. Now I want to show you the chart design so that you kind of have an idea of where I am at here. Now, if you like reading from charts, this is all done in chart. It is also in a written form, but what I wanted to show you here real quick is that I am finished through the flowers, and I am right up here where this scalloping starts. So that's what you're going to see in the pictures whenever you get to the spring section. But here in just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and load up the pictures of the blanket as it progresses from from winter, fall, summer, and spring of what I've got done, and then I'll be back to chit chat with you more in just a few moments. Now, as you can tell, on the very top, there is a peach color that is going to take me into, as I showed you, this little scallop section here at the top there. And then I'm going to finish off with a very pretty gray mist is what it's called, to start representing us changing over into winter. Because, you know, winter can be a little gray and cloudy, and so that's how I wanted to finish out the blanket whenever we're transitioning, if you were to be able to loop it back into winter. So that's my color choices, and that's my progress so far, folks. So as you can tell, I am almost there, ready to decide what it is I'm going to do about my edging. Now, I have been able, on the right side, because if you know anything about mosaics, you start on the right side of your blanket, attach your yarn, and you crochet all the way across whatever the pattern design is, and then you tie off on the other end and you leave yourself a little tail. I've been sewing in my tails from the right side, but over here on the left it's just been a hanging, because number one, I got lazy right at the very beginning during the on my winter section. I went back, and after I'd complete a row or two or three, I'd go back and I'd sew those in, or weave them in to hide them. And then I just got lazy, and so now I have all of autumn, all of summer, and now I'm starting spring of the left side tail ends to do something with. Well, I was watching a lady finish off her blanket the other day, and she gave me a really good idea. Especially because she did the same thing I'm thinking about doing. I'm not doing that envelope closure thing again. I mean, I didn't like it, but I had started it, and I wasn't going to rip it out, because number one, I feel like, when you're cleaning up edges, if you start with something and then you go and rip it out, it just kind of stretches it, and I didn't want to do that. So I think what I've decided to do, what she did was she knotted hers very well. Every two or three, she just knotted them up good. And then she did a half double crochet, a single and a half every two or three stitches. She put a half in there so it wouldn't bunch up along the edge there. I thought, man, that was pretty smart. And then she finished out with about 4 rounds of single crochets and called it good. Well, you know me, I've always got to do something a little different. So I think I'm going to do her idea as well. Of course, the top and bottom is going to have their nice clean edges. I don't have to worry about that. But in order to keep the sides nice and straight and not pulling or puckering or anything, I do think about every little bit. I'll slip in a half double crochet in the single crochets, and then I'm going to do about 2 rounds of my single crochets, then, so that I have just a little bit of bump or scallop there all the way around, I am thinking about doing my crab stitch. That is one of my most favorite stitches to use when I am wanting to finish out the edge of something, like on a hat, on a washcloth. I mean, I just like that. It just gives it a little bit of texture and a nice finish, so I think that's what I'm going to do on the end of my blanket. But you know how that goes. Things can always change. I might find something or see something a little bit here in the next couple of weeks that changes my mind and gives me a better idea. Who knows? But that's my plan at the moment. So I hope that you've enjoyed my little showing of my progress on my blanket, which is almost to be finished. I am really excited about that. Yes, do I have another mosaic pattern in mind, yes, and not just the one that I want to work on for myself, you know, the designing and getting it out there, but there is already another one that I've got set aside, you know, be ready to start working on as well. So I'll keep you tuned up as to what that's going to be here in the following weeks to come. But until then, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. Thank you once again for popping in here and looking at my blanket. I hope to see you again real soon. I love you all. Bye.